Hello there, and welcome to the Signal Shell. Many people are confused about their personal projects. We asked several teachers and students questions about the personal project to help you.
Personal project is something, or should be something that you're super interested in. So you should look at things that you like to do, things that you do outside of school that really kind of bring you joy or something that you're very interested in, or something you might be interested in learning that you've kind of thought, hey, someday I'd like to be able to do that, a skill. So it should be something that I think a lot of people think it has to be something that's really complicated, and it doesn't have to be complicated, but it should be something that is based on your personal interest. I think it kind of depends. I think in the initial stages you're doing some research and you're doing some planning, so that may take a little bit less time, and depending on your project, in December, January, that's when you would be doing the actual project. So it kind of depends on what your project is. So I would say per week, maybe an hour per week. We have created very specific questions this year for the journal entries based on exactly on the rubric. So that's what you should be looking at, is the questions that we've asked, and answer those. And you want to be very specific with your answers, and remember that you're going to be writing your final paper in March, and so you want to include everything that you might not remember in March. You can come to me, Ms. Hayden, or you can go to Ms. Bolden. The directed studies teachers for the sophomores all are personal projects, or work with a personal project, and then your supervisor also is a good person to answer your questions. All excellent personal projects are truly are things that people are interested in doing. We've had a personal project where a person created a website to talk about different opportunities to volunteer in the Chattanooga area, because that's something she was super interested in. We had a girl who created a blog about what it was like to be Egyptian living in Chattanooga. That was something she was super interested in. Last year we had someone who built modular furniture. It was something he was interested in. He's interested in being an engineer. So again, it's driven truly by what people are interested in doing.
The tips that I would give to sophomores is to just like write little notes down here or there as to like what you're doing all the time whenever you work on it. Because like I definitely forgot to do journals a lot.
If you're starting your personal project, I really suggest that you start early, that you already have a few ideas that you've thought of, and to really make sure that what you're doing has a concrete product that can come out at the end.
You don't even have to like write a journal every day, but if you just like took a note down, like a bullet point every day of what you did, like that'll help you remember in the future.
To make sure that you're challenging yourself, you don't want to do something that's like the easiest thing in the world. You really want to grow as a person with this personal project, so you really just want to make sure that you're challenging yourself, but also making sure that it's implementable and that you can actually end up fixing and having something concrete.
It kind of goes back to what I was saying like a second ago. It's like doing like little things every single day. So like I didn't do stuff every day, but I tried to like every week or every couple days I would like talk with a teacher or talk, with my advisor, whoever, and I would just, bounce ideas off of them, or like I would do a few things, like do a few minutes of research. If I had a few extra minutes of directed studies or class time, that's what I would do.
I think just go out there and learn something new about yourself. Find a new interest, find something that you're really passionate about, and go into it with a really positive attitude, and an attitude that you're going to get it done and that it's going to be okay. And just be organized.
Pretty much all the journals, because like I definitely forgot to do a lot of them. Just the stress of like having to like backtrack and do all the stuff that I forgot to do in the past when I was trying to finish up. So that was hard, and I suggest not doing what I did. Use me as a lesson, kids. Don't be me.
I think a lot of it was just the writing, and also my personal project required a lot of funding, so if you're doing something that requires funds or donations, make sure that you get a head start on that and you're really actively fundraising rather than waiting for like December, because then it'll get really stressful. But really just make sure that you're writing just continue to write in increments rather than doing it all the night before, because I remember we were at YIG and I was writing my Criterion C report like while we were at YIG, and it wasn't very fun. So if you're into music, some people like learn really cool like new songs, or they learn how to compose. Art people like will build sculptures, or I know someone in our grade built a guitar, which was really cool. If you're into like service, there's lots of cool organizations that you can work with. I recommend Meals on Wheels, Rise Against Hunger, stuff like that. You can really get involved and become an ambassador.
Teaching like whatever you're interested in is always a good idea. Like I had a friend who taught like her language, Arabic, and then I myself was like helping with like theater teaching, and some people I know were like teaching how to like build stuff or like all that sort of stuff. So when it comes to like creative, sometimes you can just like think of something that you like to do and just be like, I'm gonna teach this to someone, and then that can be your personal project.